Hello, and in this video we're just going to go through enabling keg tracking so you can track kegs as they're packaged and sold and returned to customers individually by the serial number or other identification number that you give the kegs. In this video I'm just going to do it from scratch just to show you all the steps that are involved in getting it set up properly. So for what we're going to do is we're going to hit new item in the inventory items, and then we're going to say it's going to be a 25 liter keg tracked, just so I can differentiate that in my inventory because I've got a number of things. Let's go to container for the type, 25 liters. And what we're going to do is also select that as packaging. We're going to enable customer deposit. We're going to say that it is a $25 deposit. And we're also going to require single item tracking, which is our way of saying keg tracking, just because we also use this feature for other things that we're selling and returning to customers. So keg tracking is basically what it's known as, but just due to the versatility of BarSight, it's just called single item tracking. Let's hit save and back. And let's order in the kegs. Let's create a purchase. We're going to do it from the Hop Hub. 25 liter keg tracked. Variation, we're just going to do beer cost as the GL account. And let's say that we're ordering 50. For this example, let's just do 10. Let's not get crazy here. We'll just do 10. I don't know, $50 each. An item. And now because this item is tracked individually, it creates a single line item for every one of them because we're actually going to be tracking them by their identification number. And this is where we enter it all in. Let's click receive purchase. And lot number is actually going to be the serial number that we give the kegs. So you can just let BarSight automatically do it if you want, or you can define it yourselves. So let's do 25 liter keg 001, 25 liter 002, and I'll just do 25 liter 003. You can do any sort of numbering scheme that you want. I mix it up all the time, but whatever numbers that you enter in here should reflect a number that you find on the keg itself, just to make things easy for yourself. So now we've received that in, let's go into the package groups and let's configure a individually tracked keg package group. 25 liter keg, and let's put in tracked as the package group just so I can keep track of it all again. And so this is the actual inventory item, this is the package group. I should probably differentiate that a little bit more just to make it more sense. So this is the group, this is the keg container, one of them, and let's do cap, collar, and we can add as many things as we want to that. Whatever we normally put in the package group, we can just keep on going. That's pretty normal here. The big change has been how we purchase and get the items into our inventory, because the lot number / serial number is actually important here. Same thing as usual down here. We've got the package default, SKU, UPC, default price, yada, yada, yada. We're all good there. Click save and back. And let's package up some of our honey lager. So here we have our package groups that we've done before. We did our 50 liter depositable item in the last video. Now we have a 25 liter keg group tracked. We're going to say 2 of them. Lot number, same thing as before, because we didn't define any price. We can define it here if we want it to automatically fill in. So $75. Yada, yada. Now here comes the different part versus packaging up normal cans or just depositable kegs. Here, because we are actually tracking the keg serial numbers or the identification numbers, we have to tell BarSight which kegs are going into this package group, so we know which ones we can sell to customers. So we have all the IDs of the kegs that we just purchased. So let's go 1 and 3 just to keep things interesting. So because we selected that we wanted 2 kegs, the system is going to require us to select 2 kegs to actually put into this. You can click package items. And there we go. If we go into the item, we can see here in package contents, what normally is 1 line for 2 kegs, we actually have 2 different lines with the serial numbers as well allocated. if we go into the item, we'll see here we have all of the kegs that we ordered. These are still in stock and these are no longer on hand. What that means is, while these kegs might still be in our inventory, they are not usable because they are now filled with a beer. So until these kegs are returned from the customer, these kegs will show as unavailable. So let's go and add a new order and sell these kegs to a customer. Let's go with Big Bear Pub again. All right, and let's go and select our 25-liter keg group tract. So you can see here that we have the serial numbers or identification numbers of the kegs that we packaged in this package group. So we can make sure that we define that we're going to give them 003. If you select both of them, the quantity gets updated. But for this example, let's just do 003, add to order. And then here we go. The deposit line has changed a little bit from last time. You'll see that the lot, the serial number of the keg is displayed here, but as well as the $25 deposit fee. So you still charge the deposit, but we're actually allocating the actual keg identifier to that order. Let's go and add payment. And so now that keg has been sold, shipped to the customer. It's out of stock. We'll be able to generate all the reports that we mentioned before and the different screens, how things are showing up. We go to view deposits. We see 003 is out with Big Bear Pub, and we return it just the same way as before. Now it gets removed from the list. We owe that customer a deposit credit. If we go into our inventory now, let's type in 25-liter keg tract. We have 9 in stock. We had ordered 10, we packaged 2, sold 1, and returned 1. Gives us 9. Back down to here, 003 is now back in our stock, ready to be used, ready to be packaged, whereas 001 is still in use. Because we're tracking these kegs individually as well, you can take advantage of the number of reports that we have for keg tracking. We have the inventory deposit allocation, which just generates a report, very similar to how we have in the inventory items screen, just showing the list of all the items and if they're available or not, as well as the inventory deposit history, where you can go and you can look up the actual history of individual kegs, see when they were packaged and when they went out to customers and whatnot. That's the overview of keg tracking. It involves a little bit extra steps in regards of selecting the actual kegs when you're packaging as well as when you're selling to customers, but this allows you to drill down and be able to identify where each keg is and where it has been. I hope that helps, and talk soon.